All right, everybody, it's time for us to go ahead and dive straight in here to our interview as our guest just joined us here to talk a little bit more about the Audrii Cunningham Memorial Scholarship, hosting their second annual racquetball tournament to raise funds for scholarships benefiting students in Polk County. Joining us right now is Ms. Cheyenne Lusk. She's the secretary of the Audrii Cunningham Memorial Scholarship. So let's go ahead and just kind of get into it. Let's kind of get to know you a little bit first. So, Miss Cheyenne Lusk, tell me a little bit about what you do with the Cunningham Memorial Scholarship.
I just help facilitate the ragball tournament and collect funds. We just do all the back work. Everything that we do for the scholarship fund, we kind of turn it over to the school district, and they're the ones that choose the recipients for the funds. So we don't play part in that. We just play part in fundraising and making sure that we can keep Audrey's legacy alive.
Well, tell me a little bit about that legacy. Obviously, this young girl, we need to know her story. Tell me about this young girl whose name this scholarship bears. Who was Audrii Cunningham?
So Audrey was just a student here in Livingston. Sometimes we kind of feel like as a community we failed her a little bit. We just want to keep keep everything focused towards making sure our students are safe, our kids are safe, and that we're doing the best that we can do on child advocacy to make sure that we're just standing up and stepping out for them.
Well, why did you start this scholarship in the first place?
Actually, I kind of came into this a little bit late. Last year, a substitute teacher from the school, she's got a big heart for the kids, and she started the scholarship for Audrey. It really just weighed on her heart, and that was something that she wanted to do to keep Audrey's legacy alive and to just keep tuned into that. Just something that we don't forget. It hit our community so hard whenever she came up missing. And that's just something when it's in your back door, at your in your yard basically, and you have children, it just kind of weighs heavy on you, and you want to keep that going, and you want to keep things just in light all the time. So when Sarah decided that she wanted to start the scholarship fund, we did what we could to try to make sure that it was successful and continues to be successful, because it is very easy to just let things kind of slip by the wayside.
Of
So
course.
we just stepped in to try to help Sarah make sure that she can keep the scholarship fund going.
Well, it looks like Jacob is just now joining us to give us kind of more of a debrief and an update about the scholarship as well. So, joining us right now here on the other side of this interview is going to be Jacob Leggett. He's the vice president for the Audrii Cunningham Memorial Scholarship. So, let's go ahead and get to know him. Hi, Jacob. How are you doing today?
Good in you.
Good. So we just talked a little bit more about why this scholarship got started. Can you tell me a little bit more about the scholarship benefits that students in Polk County, um, the school districts have kind of an impact in that area?
Yes, ma'am. The scholarship benefits kids that basically just want to better themselves in their future and their education. It's not meant for just kids like furthering their education. It's meant for kids that maybe want to go to welding school or something like that. It's just something that's, or not the school, but a group of ladies, Sarah Peters and a couple others came to us and was like, "Hey, we need help. What can we do?" And then me, Kellen Miller, and Cheyenne kind of came together, put our thoughts together, got a bunch of people together, and just did the thing.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the details of the tournament. Either of you can answer, that's totally fine. But for those unfamiliar, what is ragdoll?
Ragdoll, it's like a squishy ball. I don't really know how to explain it. Like a 12-inch softball, and I don't know. It's just like basically playing baseball or softball for adults. You slow pitch it, and it's just a good. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just a fun time, honestly.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be fun. Who will we be see, or who will we be seeing compete?
I think you'll see a bunch of the community out there. It ranges from kids from the age of we had kids playing at 8 years old last year to the age of 65. Like it's just a variety of different ages, groups of people, and just people throughout the community. We have teams that come all the way from Houston, Lufkin to play. It's a really good deal. Great
Well,
turnout every year.
yeah, well, I mean, let's talk about this being the second year of y'all hosting the tournament. What's different this year?
Cheyenne, you go.
This year we're just a little bit more established. We had a lot of the same sponsors want to step up and help us out this year, and a lot of the same teams come out. We've actually had teams that have split off and made a second team for this year. So that's once you start getting established in something and it becomes an annual thing, it just continues to grow. And right now we're pushing, hoping that we can have 30 teams show up. We had 26 last year. Our goal is 30 teams this year, which puts us at a good spot for scholarships. Our sponsorships and our silent auctions are thriving. They're doing great. So that's the second year. Going into the second year just gives us the better footing to have a more successful year.
Of course, and now we can kind of get into talking more about the silent auction, raffle, and vendors. We can expect more than just a game, right?
Yes. Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Well, what is the raffle going to include, and maybe the vendors? Who's all going to be there? Do you know?
There's gonna be like easy squeezy lemonade. She'll be there. Glama's Tasty Treat. She's an ice cream stand. Mama Loca's salsa. Miss Brenda Holden. She'll be there. There's just a bunch of different variety of vendors that come out there and just support. And they usually, I think, quote me on this, Cheyenne. I think it was they donated like at least 50 to 75% of their profits back last year to the organization. It was really nice. The silent auction our auction items really come like into play. It's from the small business in this town, like Homegrown, Premier Property Group, just different like business throughout the town. That's where we get our silent auction items. Like our three big auction items this year is going to be we have five. Is it five? Astros tickets that are Diamond Club seats that are worth a good amount of money. It comes with a parking pass, the whole 9 yards. Tony Cooper for Performance Plumbing donated, I think it's five as well, tickets to or not Astros, the Houston Texans games, and it's literally on the field. Super cool. It comes with a parking pass. And then Avery Cherry donated a really big fishing trip in Hackberry, Louisiana. That went for, I think, the most amount of money last year. It was super cool. So, it's a different variety of things. There's so many different baskets. Like First National Bank, I think I have one with me right here. She donated this. It's like a cooler or Megan Rowe did. It's super nice. There's just a bunch of different things that come into play with it, but everything usually goes for a good amount of money.
Well, that's awesome. Let's get those need to know details before we go, though. Date, time, location, registration. What do we need to know about this event?
It is next Saturday, July 18th. Our first pitch usually starts at 8 a.m. Last year, with so many teams, I think we ended our night with our last game starting at midnight. So it goes all day. We like to have everybody registered by the 16th. That way we can make our brackets and make sure that we have all our signage prepared for our sponsors. So there's still time to sign up for your teams. There's still time to sponsor. There's still time to donate auction items. And if anybody wants to come out and help volunteer, we definitely could use some help in the concession stand, serving food and drinks to our teams out there, because it's going to be a hot day. So we just want to keep them fed and hydrated.
Of course, it is going to be toasty, but it seems like it's going to be a fun event. Thank you both for joining us here to give us kind of the latest update on what's next and coming up next weekend.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for reaching out.
Of course. See you
Thank
guys
you.
next time.